The cat came to her owner's funeral. What happened next shocked everyone. Lou was more than just a cat. She was Mehmet's constant companion. For years she had barely left his side, curling up against him when he was tired and sitting on his lap as he spoke softly to her. Even as Mehmet's illness gradually weakened him, Lou remained faithfully by his side, as if she knew her presence brought him comfort. But on the day Mehmet didn't return home, something changed in her. She sat for hours in his usual spot, staring at the door, waiting, yet her beloved human never came back. As Mehmet's family prepared for his funeral, they quickly noticed that Lou's behavior had changed. She wandered restlessly through the house, meowing softly, searching every corner for him. When Mehmet's coffin was finally brought home for the wake, Lou sat silently beside it. She didn't move, even as the family gathered around to say their goodbyes, and mourners filled the room. On the day of the funeral, Lou followed the grieving procession to the cemetery. No one stopped her. It was as if everyone understood that she had the right to say her farewell. As the coffin was lowered into the ground, Lou sat right next to it, staring motionlessly at the fresh soil. Some attendees watched her with tears in their eyes, touched by her loyalty, but no one could have predicted what would happen next. When the ceremony ended and the family slowly began to leave, Lou remained there. Hours passed, the sun started to set, yet she still didn't move. Cemetery workers tried to gently shoo her away, but she kept returning. It was as if she had made a decision. She would not leave her beloved human alone. And so began a story that would touch the hearts of many. Ali did his best to make Lou feel at home. He placed a soft cushion by the window, gave her the finest food, and stroked her gently whenever she allowed it. But something seemed off. Every morning, as soon as the door was left slightly ajar, Lou would slip out and disappear. At first, Ali thought she was simply exploring the surroundings, but when it happened at the exact same time each day, he grew suspicious. Where was she going? And why did she only return late in the evening? One morning, Ali decided to follow her. Silently and from a distance, he walked behind her as Lou moved purposefully through the narrow alleyways, past shops and houses. He was surprised by how confidently she navigated, as if she knew exactly where she was headed. After a while, she left the town and entered the cemetery. Ali held his breath as he watched. Lou walked straight to Mehmet's grave, lay down on the cold stone, and remained motionless. Ali was speechless. Day after day, Lou returned to her deceased owner, unable to let go. The cemetery workers had already noticed her and told Ali that she came every morning and only left at dusk. There was no logical explanation for her behavior. It was pure loyalty. Ali felt tears well up in his eyes as he realized that Lou wasn't just a cat. She was a soul that loved and grieved, just like him. Day after day, Lou followed the same path to the cemetery, as if it was her sole purpose. As soon as she reached Mehmet's grave, she would sit on the cool stone, curl her fluffy tail around her body, and stare into the distance. Sometimes she would curl up and fall asleep, as if waiting for her beloved human to return. The cemetery workers watched the small white cat and couldn't help but be deeply moved by her devotion. Some began leaving food and water for her, while others gently stroked her. But Lou never strayed from her daily routine. Ali did his best to bring her home. He carefully carried her in his arms back to the house, but as soon as the door opened, she would slip out again and make her way back to the grave. He tried to distract her, offering her the finest food and the warmest spot by the fireplace. But nothing could stop her from returning to Mehmet's resting place. Her grief was undeniable, her determination unshakable. Ali realized that he couldn't stop her. After some time, even the villagers gave up trying to keep her away from the cemetery. Instead, they accepted Lou's unwavering loyalty for what it truly was. A final act of love for the man who had once taken her in and cherished her. They had seen many animals come and go, but none had ever mourned as deeply as Lou. Over time, Lou began to accept that Mehmet would never return. But that didn't mean she stopped loving him. She still visited his grave regularly, but her trips became less frequent. More and more, she stayed with Ali and his family, seeking their presence and allowing herself to be comforted by gentle strokes. It was as if she had realized that another home full of love awaited her, one where she was welcomed and cared for. The story of the loyal cat spread throughout the village and beyond. People came to the cemetery just to see her, bringing food and speaking about her extraordinary devotion. She became a symbol of unconditional love, a testament that true bonds can transcend even death. Ali and his family felt honored to have Lou in their lives and did everything to make the rest of her days as peaceful as possible. In the end, Lou learned that love is not bound to just one place. Her heart would always belong to Mehmet, but she also allowed new affection into her life. Her home was no longer just the cemetery, it was anywhere she found love and warmth. And so she remained not only Mehmet's faithful companion, but also became a cherished part of Ali's family, loved, cared for, and never forgotten. Lou's story reminds us that true love and loyalty exist not only in human relationships. Animals feel just as deeply as we do. They grieve, remember, and show us that bonds can last beyond a lifetime. Her unwavering love for Mehmet touched many hearts and proved that memories and emotions never fade as long as they live on within us. Even though Lou had suffered a great loss, she eventually found a place where she was loved once again. Her story teaches us that goodbyes are painful, but we are never truly alone. Love remains in memories, in gestures, and in the loyal companions who walk through life with us. Did Lou's incredible story move you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe that animals can feel true love and loyalty? Let us know. Give this video a like if you think animals show more compassion than some people. Share this story with your friends so more people can see how deep the bond between humans and animals truly is. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so you never miss an inspiring story again. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.